Hi guys, and welcome to this morning's run. Now, today we've got an easy run this morning and an easy run this afternoon. Now, one of the things I'm just contending with mentally right now is how much, I'm putting out the garbage, but how much should I be worried about missing that last long run? See, life gets in the way, and over the weekend, I just never got to that long run. I'm dedicated. I would have if I had the chance, but family stuff got in the way, and not family stuff got in the way, family stuff was more important. So didn't get on that long run, messing with me a bit. Part of that's because we're in the taper, but what do you guys think? If you miss a long run 2 weeks out from your race, what do? Do you just accept it and know in the grand scheme of things it might not make a huge difference, or try to make it up somewhere? Probably just accept it, but man, that's tough. All right, gotta get this run on the go. Alright, so easy run done. After all that sort of talk about whether I should do that long run or what I should do and how I should do it, I think it makes sense to get in the office and chat a little bit about taper mistakes. Alright, gotta get showered, get off to teaching, and then another easy run this afternoon. Taper. Strange time.
All right, hi everybody, and welcome back. This is me. This is a couple of days later. I gotta be honest with you, I'm not feeling 100% today. Got a little bit of a cold. We are halfway, basically, actually even a little bit more than halfway through this taper. I've got, I don't have a run on the plan today, but we're going a little bit squirrely. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna eat some lunch, then I'm gonna go for a walk. While I'm out on that walk, maybe we'll talk about 5 mistakes that I've made in the past with my taper, in hopes to serve as a reminder to me not to make those taper mistakes again, but maybe even help some of you out there. And if you like that, if you're liking this video, if you like some of my other videos, please consider subscribing if you're not subscribed. I think I've got a lot of good, solid content out there, and I just wanna keep it as real and genuine as possible on how things are going. And right now, mentally, it's getting to me. The taper's getting to me. So let's have some lunch and then we'll head outside and talk about some of those mistakes.
So hi everybody, welcome back. We've made it outside here. It is an absolutely gorgeous day out here, and I thought I just needed to get some fresh air. I have no runs on the plan today, so we're gonna stick to that plan. And that leads me to marathon taper mistake number 1. And that is, don't try to squeeze that extra long run or that extra workout in. For me, as an example, just last weekend, I had a long run that was meant to be an hour easy, then an hour at marathon pace, and I ended up not being able to do that run at all. I had other commitments. A lot of us out there have those other commitments. We have family, we have jobs, we have different things that can get in the way, and certainly running is really, really important to me, but it's not everything. So don't feel like if you missed a long run sometime in your training block, that you have to squeeze that in. The last few weeks during your marathon prep, when you're deep into that taper, the way you're actually going to get faster during the taper is actually to allow the body to heal, not to just try to squeeze in and get a little bit of extra fitness out of an extra long run. So don't squeeze in that long run, that big workout that you missed earlier on in the block. Stick to the taper, stick to the plan. So mistake number 2 that I've made in the past is actually not running at all. Now, those last couple of weeks before you get to that marathon, you do want to reduce the volume. Obviously, that is what a taper is for, gradually reducing that volume. What you don't want to do is completely stop running. Now, there are certain circumstances where you might have to do that, and my friend Run Tall with Tim, this is something I think, now Tim, if you get to see this video and you want to comment in the comment section down below if I was wrong on this, but over the last couple of weeks before he ran Boston, he actually didn't run a whole lot. Now that was mostly because He is dealing with a couple of niggles and it felt like there was a little bit of an injury coming on there, so he needed to make sure that the body was healed up going into Boston. So he actually took some extra time off. Now, that's what I've done in the past too. For me, this training block, I'm feeling pretty good. My body's pretty beaten up from all the training, but I feel if I just reduce the mileage, if I stick to the plan, I'm gonna be okay. Now, how do I do it? I'm reducing the volume, but I'm not necessarily reducing the intensity. Some of those shorter workouts, some of those interval sessions, I'm just backing them off. Maybe if you were doing 6 1K repeats, that first week of the taper, you're doing 5. That second week of the taper, you're doing 4. That last week, that might just turn into strides. But keeping some intensity, keeping the legs turning over, still getting some mileage in, just recognizing that your body is starting to heal and giving it the rest it needs, but not completely stopping, so that you're just not feeling too sluggish, too tired, and you don't forget how to run come race day. All right, and now we're on to mistake number 3 that I had. And mistake number 3 is changing that diet too much. Now, I am someone who likes to take advice. I'm someone who likes to try new things. I'm always trying new things and trying to share them with you on this channel, but changing that diet too drastically over the last couple of weeks during that taper can be a big mistake. Now, there are lots of different things that people suggest. There are some magic pills, some different things that you can be eating, you can take on that are going to help you get faster, get fitter those last couple of weeks. Try not to do too much of that. Now, that doesn't mean you don't want to clean up the diet. One of the things that I probably did the worst at, one of my poorest things during this training block, was probably my diet. So the last couple of weeks I've really tried to focus in on cleaning up my diet, but not introducing too many new things. Stick to what's worked for you. Of course, at the end of the taper, carb loading, and I'll do a whole separate video on what my carb loading looks like, but that doesn't mean that you have to introduce whole new foods, a whole new diet. You don't need to lose that last couple of pounds before that big race. Don't do anything too drastic. Small changes, usually the best way to go when it comes to your diet. And mistake number 4 probably sounds really obvious, but that's not getting enough sleep. Now, I know some of that's out of our control. Some of us live really busy lifestyles, but what I have found is that my schedule over the last 16 weeks, I've been squeezing in so much volume, so much running, that now during my taper I have a little bit of extra time that I would have spent running, that I would have spent waking up earlier to get that run in. Start using some of that extra time that you're gaining back from the taper, from the reduced volume, to actually get some extra sleep and recover. And the 5th and final mistake is overthinking everything. Now, I am absolutely 100% guilty of this one. Don't overthink things. The minute you start overthinking things is the minute you start thinking about maybe that run that you missed, the minute you start thinking about maybe there's some special diet that you should be on, the minute you start making some of those other mistakes that I talked about earlier. So don't overthink things. Allow the taper to happen. Get yourself ready for race day. You need to have a plan, but don't overthink it. All right, everybody, that's about all I had to say for today. I'm a little bit winded. I definitely got a little bit of a cold. Just out here on a walk. Hopefully I can recover from that. I got a little bit over a week before I have to run that marathon. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I've got a lot of fun races, a lot of fun content, a lot of fun things coming up through the summer, and we'll see whether I can break that 3:30 in the marathon coming up in a little bit over a week. That's it, guys. My name is Matt. This has been What Matters to Matt, and ultimately what matters to me most is my family. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be